Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to stand and we want you to make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing here at Knoxville.
Only the best go 3 abreast.
It is show time at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got 'em for a rep. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again, it's MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, ride on our strength, and by Grunt Style. Welcome aboard, Erin Evernham and Steve Post. It's time.
It is. One more sleep.
One more sleep. That's what our girl Ashley's been tweeting all along the way, and we are fired up and ready. We are fired up to notches unknown to mankind. How excited we are. It's the 58th running of the 5-hour Knoxville Nationals, presented by Casey's General Store. It's this week. We're going. We're ready to go. And we're glad you joined us here today as we work to start to set the table now for what is going to be a big week at Knoxville. So I'm unreal where we're at.
Yeah, and I think the table's set. We've had fabulous racing, 360 Nationals, Cappy Classic, Front Row Challenge. I think we're ready. Like, it's been exciting, and I think that there are a handful, if not 10 drivers that could win the Nationals this year.
Yeah, that have some momentum going into it, that's for sure. Looking at our Sage Fruit upcoming guests today on the program, we have Brad Sweet and Carson Macedo, two guys that really have to feel pretty good about where they stand.
Yes.
And we'll ask them about that and make sure we're good to go on it. Let's start off, though, with our Classic Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery Hot Topics. And really, this is kind of just the result. I am telling you, Erin, the 360 Nationals
awesome.
was story after story after story.
Yep.
Started on Thursday night. Thomas Kennedy,
Our buddy.
We met him at Jackson last year. What a fine young guy.
Full of life and excitement and energy.
First Canadian to win a 360 race at Knoxville. Held off a hard charging Sammy Swindell. I was listening to this on KNIA and watching Race Monitor, and I literally thought my Race Monitor was acting up when I saw the last 3 laps.
Yeah.
Sammy, I think, came from about 5 seconds back.
Yeah. And Thomas had a tire going down. But
all of this, I get.
The perfect ending, though.
Yeah, unreal. Thomas Kennedy picking up the win. Okay, so we can't do much better than that on Friday. Well, yes, we can. Of course, following along with Wing Nation, we all know in June lost Jason Johnson. The Jason Johnson Racing Team has decided to field a car for the 360 and the Knoxville Nationals. Carson Macedo asked to drive that race car, and he wheeled it on Friday night, scoring the win. I mean, emotional, amazing.
Emotional for sure, and to hop in a car that you've never driven with a group of guys that are not only, going through an emotional time, but bringing out a car for a new driver, like storybook.
Storybook, no doubt about it. Picked up the win and looks awful fast across the board. Saturday night, and it looks like Carson Macedo is just going to pay this. He put an exclamation point on Friday night, and it looks like he's going to add about 72 exclamation points. And then all of a sudden, one of the things that I really struggle getting my arms around is when a driver finds rubber and how that happens. Yeah. And I've asked, how do you smell it? How do you see it? How do you do it? I still don't know how they find it.
Well, a number of different ways.
There is a number of different ways, and everyone is just it's situational. But I'm telling you, the effect when Terry McCarl, with about 4 laps to go, found that rubber on the bottom of the racetrack.
He was on the NOS or something.
Oh my God, he was like the skinny kid on the go-kart with a bunch of us fat guys. I mean, he went by Brownie. Brownie's head had to spin.
Yeah,
and he went by Carson Macedo, and his head had to spin. I mean, and honestly, yes, Carson Macedo, great story and everything like that. But let's face it, Terry McCarl's had a rough year.
Absolutely.
And to get that $15,000 win, he shared with us on our MAV TV show that he really felt like in the last month they found the speed and they proceeded to wreck their car during the All-Star race. I mean, when I say wreck it, trash it, totally trash it. Yeah,
that was a big one.
So good for T-Mac. So happy for him to see him win. And I think it was fun. To me, it was fun watching him in Victory Lane and Lori and everyone.
Yeah.
There was a lot of relief and happiness there. There
a
really
lot
was.
of emotion.
And then the Weld Racing Capitani Classic. I'm telling you, the Big Cat was doing Big Cat things, okay? Now, forget about the race.
Yeah,
okay, the race was great. Brad was good. This Australian
match race,
7 for 7, okay? Lined up, they do a 2-lap race.
Yep.
Lined up, took out Hodnett, oh, by the way, there's one of the best of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Took out Shane Stewart, one of the best of the World of Outlaws. Took out Terry McCarl and Brian Brown, 2 of the best of the Midwest. Took out Paul McMahon, one of the best of the All-Stars. Took out Carson Macedo, one of the best of California, and then took out Josh Boffman, one of the best of Texas. I mean, it's like Big Cat just is like, who's next? Bring them on. I mean, went out there and just, wowed everybody. For 2-lap, 2-car races, I've never seen a buzz like that in my life.
So impressive. Those are not easy.
No, and he was rolling in that A main. So the Big Cat, and he's going to join us here in just a few moments. And the Sage Fruit Front Row Challenge, well, hey, Kyle Larson doing Kyle Larson things. Picked up the win.
No shocker.
So great stuff. There you have it. Your Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery, hot topics, great T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, towels, hats, a whole lot more. www.classicinkusa.com. The Big Cat doing big things, and we get to talk to him next. That's right. Brad Sweet joins us next here on Wing Nation.
The American Sprint Car Series is back for its 27th year. Whether you're catching the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour at tracks like Williams Grove, Skagit Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, Lucas Oil Speedway, or any of the 6 regional tours across the United States, you'll find the ASCS Nation racing at a track near you. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram today. Then see the full schedule, track-by-track history, updates, and more at ASCSRacing.com.
Kyle Petty here. My friends at Click and Close, the official mortgage provider of NASCAR, have stepped up this year to support Victory Junction through the fastest lap of the race program on NASCAR radio. So join our team. Go to clickandclose.com/NASCAR today to donate $43 or more and help us give the gift of camp to children with serious medical conditions. That's clickandclose.com/NASCAR, and just look for the Victory Junction logo. Thanks to Click and Close and NASCAR Radio for their support this season.
Grunt Style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
This is Brian Brown. She's married to one of the greatest crew chiefs of all times and my hero, and he likes beer and chicken wings. It's Steve Post and Erin Evernham on Wing Nation.
It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. So glad you joined us. And we've talked about so many drivers have to be feeling good going into the Knoxville Nationals, maybe none more than our first guest. He picked up the win on Sunday night, the 7th annual Weld Racing Capitani Classic. The Big Cat, Brad Sweet, joins us. Hello, Brad. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Well, Brad, how do you feel going into the Knoxville Nationals? I guess that's a pretty straightforward, simple question.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I feel pretty good. I obviously, you got to think Donnie Schatz probably feels the best. He's been the guy to beat here for so long. But, I feel like we're getting our car to the point that we're as close as anybody to being able to get the job done. So, just trying to focus in, and we had a pretty good race last night, learned a few more things, and, just getting excited. But you never know. It's an Knoxville National, so you just got to give it your best effort and hope things go your way.
For sure. Brad, you've been so strong at Knoxville in the last few years, winning Saturday night. In Victory Lane, you said there's still room for improvement. And it got me thinking, maybe obviously you're not going to tell us where you want to improve or what you're working on exactly, but what finer points do you think you have to work on to beat Donnie?
Well, I think one thing that people probably don't realize is Knoxville is just such a driver's racetrack. And that's probably why Donnie, wins so much, because he's, typically been the best driver for years and years, and it really shines here. So I think driving is one thing I still just need to clean up a few things, get through lap traffic a little bit better, and then just a few little things that I want my car to do maybe a little bit different or a little bit better. it actually did a lot of what I wanted to do in that pole shuffle, and then we wanted to, make one last change for the A main, and what we thought was the right way, didn't actually do what we thought it was going to do for the A main. So it was just a good learning night. We were able to kind of try a bunch of different things, still win the race, which was, obviously the goal, but really you just want to leave there and you just don't want to be guessing and throwing stuff at the race car. This week you really want to just be honed in on your setup and, make the most educated decisions you can make. I think that's, obviously what'll get the job done this week.
Brad Sweet joins us here on the program. Brad, I want to talk about the pole shuffle because I've never seen two-car races create such a buzz. And we talked about it in a preliminary thing. Pennsylvania was represented. The World of Outlaws were represented. The Midwest, the All-Stars, California, Texas was represented. And I think it's fascinating. You just told me that you even worked on some stuff there. And without divulging secrets or anything, was it stuff that you might apply to qualifying, or how did that work in that scramble?
Well, basically, what we wanted to do at the Capitani is use it like a test session. So we never went on the track with what we would have probably done if it was a World of Outlaws show. We wanted to put something else on the car, every time, just to see if we had something on our trailer that we were missing, and just kind of for that was really probably where we kind of like got the car probably better than it's ever been. So that gets me pretty excited, and then it was just, I was able to kind of get really good starts. I think that was, a lot of that was just getting out front. But, my car could even kind of just go through the middle or run the top if I needed to. So I was pretty happy with how that whole thing went. Obviously, it was cool for the fans. It ended up being a cool show. And, that's what we're here to do, is put on a show. So I'm glad that everybody enjoyed that as much as I did. And obviously that set us up for the main event, being on the pole, and then we were able to, kind of be able to try, some more stuff, a different direction, just to see with the track position. We figured that we could get out front, and, as long as I didn't do anything stupid, we'd be all right.
Yeah, well, you certainly did put on a show during the pole shuffle. Brad, I wanted to ask you a little about the sport in general. You've been around the World of Outlaws for a long time now, and every year lately, the Knoxville Nationals just has more of a buzz. There's more people attending. The crowd at the Cappy Classic was huge, and with some of the social media, NASCAR, Kyle Larson, Casey helping. Talk about the sport growing.
Yeah, I feel like that's a great question. I feel like sprint car racing is, as big as I've ever seen it. As big as I've ever been around it. I feel like there's just more and more fans. I think it actually really works with today's culture. The get in at, show up at 7, 8 o'clock, watch a 2-hour show. It's exciting. They're dirt cars. They're just a different type of car than you can ever see. I think it's really resonating with a lot of the younger fans. And let's be honest, I mean, NASCAR's had a little bit of trouble, and, their product hasn't been the best. And I think some people have kind of, reached, they're still racing fans, so they're kind of looking for other avenues. And guys like Kyle Larson and Casey and Tony, they're also passionate about sprint cars. I think it gets them to look over here. And then when they see it, and just like anybody, you get hooked. And especially if you come to the Knoxville Nationals, the Kings Royal, the atmosphere at these places is unreal. There's fans camped everywhere. There's, it's a good time to be had by everybody, whether you're racing, being a fan, you're working. There's just not a better place. I always feel like when I get to Knoxville, it's like Christmas. So I think the sport's in a great place. I think, the World of Outlaws are leading the way. They're getting their shows better and better. Dirt Vision's obviously a perfect way to reach, far reach a lot more fans. You get a lot of people that really enjoy just being able to sit in their living room, and watch these races, and it's just building our fan base more and more and more. So I think over the next 5 or 10 years, you're going to see, I just think it's just going to get bigger and bigger.
I concur and I agree with every point of that, every point that you made. I think there's a lot of little steps going really, really a long way here with this thing along the way. Brad, we need to cut it off because we got to get on planes. We're not even happy that you're there and we're here. Okay, so we're gonna fix that tomorrow morning.
Get your butts out here. Let's go.
I know exactly. Congratulations on the momentum. I guess that's probably the best thing. Congratulations on a little momentum going in. We can't wait to see you you to be part of our live shows along the way this week. But thanks for joining us here on Wing Nation.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it.
There we go. The big cat, Brad Sweet. Here's the thing that struck me, okay? He talked about when you think about those scrambles, okay? Yeah. He got good restarts. What is one of the most important things of the Knoxville Nationals, okay? You go and you put down a good time, okay? But that puts
Initial start in the heat race.
Initial start in the heat race. When you think about that, he got 7 of them. He got 7 cracks at it.
That's a lot of confidence.
He got 7 cracks at a restart plus the original race and then whatever starts during the race.
Yeah.
He got 7 that nobody else got.
Mm-hmm.
He got 7 starts that nobody else got. What does that mean on his prelim night when he's lined up back there in 8th spot?
Yeah.
Assuming he has a great qualifying run, and he gets a good spot and comes out of turn number 2 riding in the 4th spot.
Yeah. And what does it mean when he's coming to the green and knows that his car is capable of doing what it did
a great
on
restart.
Sunday night? Yeah.
That's some good stuff. I'm telling you, man, the big cat. Oh, gosh, that guy. Can't wait to see him race around that racetrack. We need to step away because another one we can't wait to watch around the racetrack. Going to join us on the Weld Racing Hotline as well. Carson Macedo, he joins us next.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery. Located in Greater Pittsburgh, Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA screen printing and embroidery at the track and on your back.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld Racing wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld Racing wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld Racing wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing. Proven speed.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing. Sage Fruit has been a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the last 15 years and a proud partner of Wing Nation for the last 3 years. We love sprint car racing, and we are there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
This is Shane Stewart, and you're watching MRN's Wing Nation on MRN.com.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. We're going right back to the Weld Racing Hotline. Joining us now, fresh off from a preliminary night win, a couple of second-place runs this weekend in Knoxville, is Carson Macedo. Hello, Carson. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hi, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure.
Well, it's always a treat to talk to you. It's even a bigger treat to watch you wheel that car around the racetrack, though. We've had fun doing it with the All-Stars this year, but then, wow, I'm telling you what, really jumping up with the 41 car at Knoxville. I guess my first question is, all of our sprint car fans, they know the story about Jason and you getting the opportunity, but let's go back to that opportunity. What was that like to get called to drive the 41 car for Bobby? What was that like for you back when that came together weeks ago?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Actually, a lot of it had to do with Jason Myers. Myself and Jason become pretty close. Throughout my career, he's helped me kind of from the beginning. Him and between him, Tommy Tarleton, and a guy I drive for in Australia, Sean Dyson. I have so many good role models of people to point me in the right direction. And Jason actually, Philip and Bobby came to Jason and actually asked Jason to drive the 41 car. And Jason's so busy with work right now and trying to run his business, I think that he just couldn't find the time to make it all happen, and so he actually suggested me and even came on board as a sponsor with the help, obviously, of Tommy Tarleton, too. They actually kind of came in as a team and helped the 41 team out for the 410 portion of the Knoxville Nationals. So Jason kind of mentioned my name to Philip, and I really didn't know a whole lot about it. Jason just told me that he did mention my name, and, I was actually at Eldora running the Kings Royal, and right before the Friday night portion of the Kings Royal, Philip called me and said that, that he said, if you want, you have a ride for Knoxville Nationals. And I'm like, if I want, like, are you kidding me? Of course of course I want to drive that 41 car, and just what an incredible honor. Jason Johnson was, an icon in the sport of sprint car racing, and he just did things the right way. And, this week being a part of this team this past weekend's just been so phenomenal. It's been so fun. I've got to meet so many great people, and, Jason's family, his dad, Greg, and his mom, Deborah, and, Philip, Tyler, Patrick, all the guys here at JDR. They're just so many good people. And then, of course, Bobby and Jax, they make it a family team. It just feels like you're part of something great. And, Jason just did things the right way. I mean, you walk around and you go through this rig, you look at this race car and all the stuff that they put together, and he just was a class act. And to be able to drive the race car that and the team that he put together it's been such an honor. I've just been having a lot of fun.
Carson, you've been incredibly fast since you hit the track the first time for your hot laps on your preliminary night. Talk about just getting adapted to the car and working with Philip. Obviously, it's working very well, but talk about what that's like to hop in a new car in the first night you're in it is the 360 Nationals.
I'll tell you what, it's been the easiest transition that I've ever made. All the way down to my seat. Jason actually ran the exact same Generation 1 Fiberworks seat as me, and so all I had to do was come here and just my insert literally just stuck right in the seat, and I think I moved my wheel down one hole on the steering bracket, and I was 100%. I didn't even have to adjust the belt. I mean, it's just a perfect fit, and the race car immediately, when I took the green, like you said, in hot laps that first night, I'm rolling around there and just felt so comfortable. I told Philip, it's crazy. It's like I feel like I'm on iRacing. The thing's just so stuck and so nice to drive. And I've luckily for me, I've had the opportunity this year to work with two really great crew chiefs. I worked with Joe Gertie in the 3G car most of the year when I'd run the All-Star deal, and then working with Philip's just been awesome. He's just such a good guy. He's a lot like Joe. He's just really relaxed. He doesn't get too excited, and gets the car so good, makes it so easy to do your job. So, yeah, when we came out that first hot lap session and I looked up at the board and we were second quick, I'm like, oh, man, this weekend's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, that is for sure, and a lot of fun coming up as well. Final question for you here, Carson. Just Tuesday of Knoxville Nationals Week, so much excitement, so much in the mirror that's been so good. How do you approach the week? It's a week that you can get caught up with and lose focus. It's a week of emotion for you and your team and everything like that. How are you working to enjoy the week and keep the blinders on all at the same time?
Knoxville's such a fun time, and just being here, hanging out with the guys, standing here right now, they're working on the car and getting everything ready, and just, like I said, being a part of the team, part of the, it really is just a family team, and being a part of all that's been really cool. And I think for me, as long as I kind of just can hang out with them, and, I went to the races last night at Oski and was able to watch and kind of hang out, and, I just want to hang out with everybody, make the most of the experience, because obviously opportunities like this don't come every day, and just really thankful to have got this chance, and to be a part of something so great. So actually, I'm going to race tonight, believe it or not. I won't be in the 41 car tonight. Kind of came together last night, actually being at Oski, being a part of the race. I'm going to drive the 14 car, Tony Stewart's car. He wasn't going to race tonight and going to sit out, so he said I could jump in and fill the seat, so that'll be pretty fun, I think.
Wow,
a little breaking news here for you along the way here. Carson, congratulations on everything. I know I think we get a chance to hang out a little bit doing some stuff for our friends at Weld Racing this week, but looking forward to watching how the week unfolds, but appreciate your time today. Congratulations on the success and continued success as the week unfolds.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on, guys.
There we go. Carson Macedo joining us. Wow. Couple of things that stand out. It's funny he mentions Jason Myers. Yeah. I was at PRI 3 years ago when they ran that Saturday night race.
Yeah.
That Saturday, that was not all that well
Yes.
Didn't come across all that well. But one of the things I had a great visit with Jason Myers. He came up in the stands during one of the delays, and he said, I'm telling you, this Carson Macedo kid is one you got to keep an eye on. And so when he mentioned Jason, I'm like, okay, that's not a shocker for me. That's really cool. I want to mention this also. We've got a lot going on. We're going to talk about that in the next session. But while I wrapped up there with Carson, I said we're going to be hanging out. You need to be following along this week. Follow along on our Wing Nation accounts, all of our social media stuff. But we are going to be hanging a little bit on the Weld Racing Facebook Live, and Carson's going to be one of our guests on there, I think, tomorrow afternoon, Friday afternoon, or in something. So right now, when you get a chance, as you're watching this, listening to this, dial up the Weld Racing Facebook Live, and we're going to have some fun stuff along the way there as well, and some of it includes Carson, so going to be great stuff. And that's what we'll do next. We're going to step away. We're going to come back, and we will set you up for all things. Well, we're not going to be able to do it in 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to try to set you up for all things Knoxville next.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa is proud to announce their feature exhibit for 2018, the Salute to Champion Brian Clausen. Open May 1st through October 1st. See the race cars Brian Clausen drove during his illustrious racing career and the trophies, uniforms, and memorabilia Brian amassed while driving sprint cars, midgets, Indy cars, and NASCAR. The Salute to Champion Brian Clausen exhibit, only at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, located in Turn 2 at Knoxville Raceway.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job. Our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice, Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, right on our strength.
Hi, I'm David Grau, and you're listening to Wing Nation.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires here. Erin Evernham and Steve Post getting ready to jump on the bird tomorrow. We're going to Knoxville. I'm going to have a great time out there. Want to mention coming up, National Sprint Car Hall of Fame birthday calendar tomorrow. Terry Gray, how about that? Tony Bruce Jr., the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog. Friday, birthday is Donnie Schatz. Saturday, Jack Elam. Man, that don't come any better than Jack Elam. J&J Chassis, just a great guy. Sunday, Linton Jeffrey, Parnelli Jones birthdays along the way. Also want to mention, we talk about birthdays, Erin, today kind of a sad anniversary. 2 years since we lost Brian Clausen. Boy, that doesn't seem possible.
No, it doesn't. Some ways it feels like it was yesterday. Other times it feels like it's been forever, but just a sad day, and my thoughts are with the Clausen family and Lauren and everybody.
Everybody else, that's for sure, along the way. Of course, the Brian Clausen Tower now overlooking all things Knoxville. And the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, all kinds of great things. Thursday, a VIP reception. You can join, become membership on Thursday morning before that reception. Listen to this. Bobby Allen, Jacob Allen, and Logan Schuhart. Wow, what a reception that is. Friday, they have the Golf Classic. You need to be registered in advance. Saturday, the Nationals auction at the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, but it's also going to be simulcast over the internet, so you can bid online, too. So if you can't make it to Knoxville, Saturday morning, I think it's 11:30 Knoxville time, so 12:30 Eastern time, you need to be following along with that. Fan forums, autograph sessions, salute to champion Brian Clausen, so much there. We're actually doing an autograph session Saturday at 1 there. Erin and Ashley and yours truly. Okay. Upcoming calendar for Wing Nation presented by Aggressive Hydraulics. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock at Knoxville. It's Textron Off-Road Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit. Listen to this guest list. Dave Blaney, Shane Stewart, Joey Saldana, Terry McCarl, Danny Dietrich, David Gravel, Brooke Tatnell, Greg Hodnett, Tim Kading. How about that? You can catch that at wingnation.com, the Cushions Facebook Live, and our friends KNIA are going to carry it live as well. Thursday, listen to this. It is our Wing Nation Weekend podcast presented by Hefner Racing Products. We are going to do it from Hefner Racing Products with Barry Jackson.
Awesome.
Man, it's going to be great to get the crew chief, team manager perspective of Knoxville.
For sure.
And there's none better than Barry.
No.
He is great. So we're going to do that. Thursday, right back, Textron Off-Road Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit. You can find all of this at wingnation.com, at our Facebook Live page, and then the broadcast of those events will be on the cushion on the Facebook. And Saturday, the dude joins us on MAV TV with our Sage Fruit show. So, hey, we appreciate Carson Macedo and Brad Sweet for joining us here today.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires and by Grunt Style. Wing Nation can be found on demand at mrn.com, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.